Hello, and welcome to just another booktube channel where I talk a little bit about books I've recently read, covering a variety of genres. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about a homosexual history book I've just read, Sexual Heretics by Brian Reade, published in 1970 and is 459 pages long. Now, for many years, I have been interested in the writings of the underground homosexual literary subculture, which existed in England between the years of 1850 and 1900. But finding copies of the writings of many members of this movement has been difficult due to the fact that most of the works were published in very small editions, sometimes as few as 20 copies, and distributed through clandestine networks, as producing or owning writings of this type could have led one easily into legal trouble and scandalous public notoriety. So I was happy when I discovered Sexual Heretics, an anthology which collects together 89 examples of prose and poetry from these early homosexual writers. Brian Reade, the collection's editor and author of the book's well-researched introduction, did a commendable job in unearthing many of these selections from private collections, and his extensive introduction gives a thorough investigation of the authors and the various works he included in the anthology. It also provides an excellent background against which the significance of the works and the bravery of the authors in putting their thoughts and feelings to paper at a period in time when they could have been arrested for doing so. Some of the names in this anthology are of no surprise, such as Edwin Carpenter, William Corey, Oscar Wilde, and John Addington Symonds, while many others are certainly more obscure. But for me, that is one of the pleasures of reading books such as this, so that I can add to my list of little-known authors in order to hopefully track down their works. The quality of the poems and prose collected here does vary from truly great to the mundane and even the occasionally cringeworthy, but all are represented here to show the many ideas, philosophies, and attitudes that were in the homosexual zeitgeist at the time. Overall, I think that anyone interested in the history of the forebears of the homosexual movement, or in homosexual literature in general, would get a lot out of this volume, as it paints an engaging picture of a relatively small group of writers that dared to express themselves at a time when to do so could have had very dire consequences. So there you have it, Sexual Heretics by Brian Reade, a very good anthology of homosexual literature and homosexual literary history. That is all I have for today. Once again, this is just another booktube channel. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.